So today we are going to perform a tummy tuck procedure, also called as a lipoabdominoplasty. This procedure will involve a 360-degree liposuction at the waistline. So we have started with the patient on the prone position, and we are going to start by focusing on the liposuction at her love handle area and her lower bra rolls. So we will complete the liposuction in the back in order to give a better defined waistline as well as love handle area, and then we'll put the patient in a supine position and we flip her over, where we will then focus on the removal of excess skin and fat in the lower abdomen, repositioning of the belly button, as well as the repair of the midline abdomen muscles. This is very commonly seen post pregnancies. After multiple pregnancies, there's sometimes a separation of the midline abdomen muscles. These muscles, they are called as the rectus, and the condition we call it is the rectus diastasis or a divarication. So these midline muscles will have to be repaired along with her skin and excess fat removal in the lower part of the abdomen. So in a tummy tuck, as we mentioned, we will start with the liposuction process first before we get into the main procedure of tummy tuck. In the liposuction, always the step one is infiltrating this local anesthetic fluid. So this is a fluid which has local anesthesia, and we infuse it into the areas that we want to perform the liposuction. And once we infuse this fluid, we wait for 10 to 15 minutes to allow the anesthetic effect to take place, following which we then will liquefy the fat using this Vaser device, and then we will suction out the liquefied fat. So here we are performing the tummy tuck procedure, and we have the patient in a lying down position, and I'm going to show you what are the areas that we are going to tackle in a tummy tuck procedure. The tummy tuck procedure mainly involves the removal of this excess skin and fat. So the patient, before the procedure, I have made her stand and do some pre-surgical markings. As you can see, these are the markings which I have done, and that is showing the excess skin or the skin which is in the lower part of the belly. And the main concern of most of the patients are that they want to remove this hanging skin which they are not able to take off with exercise or diet, or post multiple pregnancies they have developed this excess skin. Sometimes after massive weight loss, they do experience a very flaccid skin in the lower belly. So this is the excess skin we are going to take off in the tummy tuck procedure. The other markings that you can see here are the areas that we are going to focus and do the liposuction on. So we have already done the liposuction on the sides, but we are going to do further liposuction in all of the midline area, around the waistline, and also in this area. Once we complete the liposuction, the scar of a tummy tuck is usually in the lower pubic hairline or within the panty line, and this is the scar. As you can see, this patient has already had 2 C-sections and she has a C-section scar. So that is the commonest scar in a tummy tuck. We use the same scar as a C-section scar, but because they have a lot of extra skin on the sides, we have to extend the scar to the sides. So we are going to extend her scar line up to this point, and here up to this point. So it's going to be a very low scar. Yes, the tummy tuck procedure does have longer scars, but finally after a few years they fade away and they almost look like the C-section scar line, and they become a very fine line. It can be hidden within your panty line or your underwear. So when we do the markings before the procedure, we will plan it with you and decide how we are going to have your scar, and you will know exactly where your scar comes.